Good morning. It's Fat Free Diaries, November 15th, about 7:54 this morning. Taking advantage that I got a little alone time this morning, and trying to get my greñas in check because I didn't want to scare anybody. Had to check email and get started, and it's going to be a pretty busy day today. Reflection for the day. I've been thinking about it since last night. I've been driving a lot this past week. Had funeral services to go to, then did some family things with the in-laws related to the funeral services. So it's been a little draining for the last week. And then yesterday, back to work, back to regular things. And of course, I'm still reflecting on my journey, the journey that a lot of you have been with me since January when I started these videos. It's pretty incredible that it's been 11 months and I'm still here. I don't do a lot that's that committed. I mean, even jobs, I usually quit after 2 years, and I've actually stuck with my current job for about 7. 2 years is probably the most I could do, even with my cell phone contracts. After 2 years, I want to do something different. So commitment's been a big one with me, especially in terms of when it's time to do something for me, which I'm sure for you, sometimes it's that way, that, you know, it's easy to do for everybody else, but when it comes to filling your cup, you look at your picture and it's empty. You can't fill up anybody else's cup if your pitcher is empty, and you should always be able to serve something for you first. I mean, even when they talk in like the airplanes and they say oh, you know, they do the whole little rundown in the beginning of the flight. What do they tell you? They show you how to put on the mask, and they tell you put on the mask first and then you can help others. Very smart thing, you know, and it does not just work for airplanes. It's true about everything else. You know, it's funny because that's not the reflection for the day, but it is important to do for you first. And it's not being selfish, it's actually being considerate. Because if you keep doing for everybody else and you're half-assed, you're not at your best, then how can you do the best for everybody else? See, I get excited to do for others. You know, it's in my blood to be of service. It's something that I've always enjoyed doing. And at times it even feels selfish. It's like, oh yeah, I get to do this. Anything from helping out in good causes, you know, fundraisers and things like that. And I always want to do more than I can. So sometimes I take on more than I should. But it's always been that way. It's always been that way. So sometimes you have to just take on what you can, but recharge and get ready before you take on anything else. Which then brings me to what I did come up with from yesterday. So I'm driving, and sometimes it seems like the fastest drive. It takes me about half an hour to get home when there's no traffic. It's not a big drive. Half an hour, 40 minutes tops. And I get home and I'm driving, and I'm on the New Jersey Turnpike, and everybody's like pew, speeding right past me because I decided to go on cruise control. And I thought, you know, oftentimes we have a goal, just like people have destinations to be at. And when you're trying to get to that destination, we rush there as if the destination is going somewhere. Now, if your destination is something that's not going to stay still, then maybe you should consider another destination. I can't have as a goal, oh, I'm going to be a size 2. First of all, that's not humanly possible, because as you age, it's just not going to work unless I have some kind of surgery. Your destination has to be a place that's stable. A place that's going to be there no matter when you get there. And you can rush and get there, or you can enjoy the ride. And I actually enjoy driving, so I put it on cruise control. I got somebody with the headlights all up in my mirror. But you know what I do? I just kind of do like this, and I keep driving. I ignore the big old lights that are flashing, because they'll put their high beams on. I do that when you cut me off. I'll just put my high beams on and annoy you until you get out from in front of me for, you know, cutting me off or not letting me merge into your lane. I make it really, really impossible for you. But take your time. What's the rush? You know, I've been at this for 11 months now, and my goal was to lose a pound a week. Have I done that? I'm probably by the end of the year going to be maybe about 10-12 pounds short of my goal, as far as 52 pounds for the year. But that's all right, because I lost more than 10% of my weight. I know I'm much healthier than I've been in a long time. My knees are happier. What are you doing? What are you doing that's making sure that you're on cruise control? You're still driving to your destination. You gotta stay on the road. Sometimes when you speed, you might miss a turn, and you might get lost on the ramp because you're going to a different place than what you set out to go to. If you go at a comfortable rate, I'm not saying go slow, because actually my car won't let you do cruise control for less than 25. You have to go at a rate that's gonna get you there, but you gotta go at a rate that's gonna be comfortable, that's gonna get you there safely, that's gonna get you there for sure. That in getting there at that rate, if you have to think of an alternate plan because there's a road closing or something happened on the street, and you have to, I mean, I drove past a blown up gasoline truck the other day. That was the only time that I sped, but it was because I was on cruise control. I like cruise control a lot. My cruise control is very good. Aveo, Chevy, don't forget it. I'm driving past the gasoline truck, and it was on fire. Like, this whole thing was on fire. I've never seen a disaster that close up. Thank God nobody was killed. You know, a couple people went to the hospital. Oh, excuse me. Still early. Trying to make sure I get these videos in, because these videos help keep me on track. You guys help keep me on track. But I got past that major disaster without getting hurt, because I was able to see the road ahead of me. You know, there's gonna be winding turns, and they scare me. They scare me. They scare me, because I know that this life isn't forever. Someday we all have to go. Someday we all have to say goodbye in one way or another. How do you want to say goodbye? I know the last message I asked, what would you want people to say about you when you're gone? But what do you want people to say about you when you're here? When you're here and you're doing, and you might come up in conversation, and, oh man, that girl, she's great. Or, oh, she's never around. Because in order to get somewhere, you have to be present. You have to get in the seat and drive. Just turn it on, go. Just because you have a car doesn't mean you're going anywhere. You know, we all have a car. You know, we all have something to get to. But is your destination a stable one? And are you speeding to get there? Or did you even get behind the wheel? You gotta get up. Stop the bullshit. Stop the excuses. You know, I had a week that I wasn't really able to stay too much on track, but I still managed to lose a little less than half a pound, but it was a loss. And that means that I shook up whatever stuck was happening, because I couldn't get past a certain weight, and I just kept inching up, going down, inching up, going down, and finally I'm back on track as far as the losses, you know. And tonight I get to Zumba, so that's pretty good. Okay, I'm almost at time. Have a fantastic day. Enjoy the view. Enjoy the drive. Get in the damn car. You know, one of these days soon, when I get past a couple more pounds, I'll pimp it out. I'll give you a before and after. I'll do some pictures, show you some pictures. But please, 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 please subscribe. It's really important that you subscribe. It's really important that you let me know that, you know, you're doing your thing, and let me know if you like these videos. A lot of you will tell me or you'll Facebook me, but you need to put it here on YouTube. You know, it's really important to let them know that you're watching. Anyway, have a fantastic day. It is November 15th, and I am Eli de Amor. Talk to you soon. This is Fat Free Diaries. Ciao.